Greetings, people of the internet. I am Scott with Serkworks Art Labs. Welcome to this, the underground laboratory where we create robots, aliens, zombies, and other imminent threats to humanity. But most of the time, for the past 50 plus days, we've been working on comics. And these are the comics I'm working on. So this is my comic book series, Young and the Dead. This is issue 1 through 3. And I've got these standard edition versions like you would see in a comic store, and I also have the deluxe artist editions. All of these are available at Serkworks.com. The comic book is like Goonies meets Night of the Living Dead. It's about a group of kids in a zombie apocalypse who are trying to survive, find a cure, and it's just sort of my homage to Goonies, Monster Squad, Explorer, ETs, those type of, you know, that type of storytelling, those type of movies, that genre of movies from the 80s. Also, if you're a fan of Stranger Things, you'll probably dig it. So that's my book. And why am I bothering filming all this? Why am I bothering talking about, you know, why don't I just work on the comic book? It'd probably get done a lot faster. Well, maybe not, because this is part of the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge, where you spend 30 minutes a day, every day, working on your own personal comic book project. This is a challenge that was started by Kevin Cross, and he's done this challenge, what is it, 4 times now? I don't know, I lost track. He's done it so many times. But anyway, this is my second round, by the way. I did this with issue 3, and now I'm doing it with issue 4. So where are we in the challenge? We are at day, I think we're at day 50. Where are we at? 55? I think we're at day 55. Alright, so day 55. So we take the big fat Sharpie, the big pad of paper, we write down what the day is, just so we can keep track. Yeah, so with that, I'm not going to waste any more time. We're going to go right to the paralleloscope right over here, off screen. Oh, you can see it. Right? You can see a little bit of it right here. So we're going to go to the paralleloscope, which allows us to view alternate realities, where I can sit here and talk all day, which is fine, because the process of the comic book is going along as an alternate version of myself in a different reality is working away at it. So let's check in with him. Okay, I'm just finishing up the ink work here on page 3, and I'm going to do this real time because there's not much left on it to do. I usually speed this up quite a bit, but I wasn't able to film some of the process of this, so I'm just going to show you this. So we're just adding some little speed lines, nothing too complicated. So do that. Maybe should have had that extend out a little bit more. So yeah, I'll be happy to wrap this up, because after this we're going to get more into some of the action stuff with back to some of the characters and everything. So, but this is all setting up something that's going to come into play later. So yeah, this right here is just going to be pretty much me just adding a few little details, like little scuff marks and things like that. And most of the rest of the, oh, I do have to kind of go over it with some white. I forgot. There's a couple spots where I need to go over it with my white gel pen, but yeah, I'm not even using my brush right now. I'm just going to do all this stuff with the, I was going to say a tech pen, but I guess this isn't a tech pen. I don't know what you call it, just Micron, I guess, is the brand name. So just adding some things here. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for that. Out and about again today. I got a chance to tour this really cool firehouse. It was built in the 50s, and it was like decommissioned, but they opened it back up as a museum. So we got a chance to walk through there. You saw some of the fire engines and everything, and then here you see all, I don't know, would you call that memorabilia? I'm not sure, but just all the stuff that the firefighters use, and just there's some cool history there, and a lot of the, you know, what you will just see in a few minutes is a lot of like the actual
accoutrement, I guess, that firefighters use, and that stuff is really cool to look at and pay attention. Like this stuff right here. I mean, you never know when you're going to have to draw something like that, so it's good to either have files of this or just lock some of that stuff away in your head. So when I'm walking through this, I'm checking out all these different things like fire helmets, and you know, in my career I've drawn tons of fire helmets, and there's so many different variations. The same thing like when I draw my Serkworks character, that little hard hat. So kind of pay attention to that, because I've got a certain style that I use, but there's so many other styles that you can kind of adopt and everything that are out there. So pay attention to that stuff. But yeah, they just seeing these, you know, buffed out, really cool, shiny fire engines, just really cool. So, you know, as a kid, like most people, I think all kids kind of want to be a fireman or something, or a superhero. But yeah, so it's kind of cool to check that stuff out and kind of see. And we got a chance to talk to one of the firefighters who had worked at this station and everything, and really interesting. One of the reasons they said they had to decommission it, because it was built in basically just a neighborhood. In a regular house, it was made to blend in with that neighborhood. So the garage door would open so slowly, and compared to what they have now, where it just, or I guess they said it sprung up or something, but nowadays they've kind of refixed that, so because they've got to get obviously in and out of there super fast. But it was cool talking to him and getting the history of the station and everything.
All right, so we are back in the lab, and we are going to do what we always do at the end and say goodbye to this, whatever day is on our pad. So day 55. It's been real, but we got to say goodbye, because we got to look forward to day 56, because this challenge is all about moving forward and getting done, making progress. In order to make progress, you have to put the past behind you and look forward to the future. I will see you tomorrow for day 56. That is all.
Hey everyone, you've seen the process, now you can check out the story. Issues 1 through 3 of Young and the Dead are available at my website at serkworks.com. Also follow me on social media at the links listed below. Subscribe and check out some of the other videos in this series. There's much more to come.